Welcome to the DRM. We got a special segment today. We're going to be covering another rookie prospect. This one you may have heard of, Najee Harris. Let's get into it. All right.
Najee
I'm your
Harris.
co-host, Alex, with my other co-host, Henry. All right, Henry, break it down.
What it
Why should
do?
we get Najee Harris?
Najee Harris from Alabama. You already know Alabama be producing those backs. Najee Harris comes in at 6'2", 230 pounds, 22 years old right now. He's only a month younger than Jacobs. Now it might be like some sort of you know, downgrade because people don't like to draft older running backs or whatever. But I mean, come on, 6'2", 230 pounds. In 2019, 200 as a starting running back. Let me trace back. Hold on. 2018, when Jacobs, Damian Harris were both on the same team, he still outproduced them. He ran three attempts less than Jacobs, but he was averaging 6.7 versus Jacobs 5.3 and Harris 5.8. And of course, we're talking about running the ball, not catching the ball. We didn't see him catch the ball not until 2019, last year, when he exploded for 27 receptions, 304 yards, and 7 touchdowns. And not only that, he almost doubled it again this year with for 43 receptions, 425 yards, and 4 touchdowns, showing you that there's more to his game than what I hear a lot of comments. Derrick Henry, he's tall and he can run the ball, but no, like this is nothing like Derrick Henry at all. Guys, he's an athletic freak. When I watch him play, like as soon as you see him, like, oh man, like that's a legit 3 down back right there. He's a hurling machine. Like I can't tell you how many times like I watch him like hurl somebody like just standing straight up. Like it's ridiculous that this guy with this much size can do stuff like that. Like it's just crazy. And I'm not comparing him to Kamara, but it's almost Kamara like just the way he moves, the way he shifts his body and stuff like that. And his footwork is amazing. Like as soon as one player contacts him, like he just keeps driving his feet and fighting for extra yards and almost like think about like Marshawn Lynch, like when he did that beast quake, how players were just like rubbing off and just couldn't take him down. Like it takes 3 to 5 players. I know a Michigan game, it literally took 5 players to bring him down. His balance is just amazing, and he's a patient runner too. He's not like he doesn't dance too much, and that's what I like. Like he's very mature about it. He lets his blocks develops and behind the line, like he's just a patient runner. He knows when to explode too. Like he knows how to accelerate and decelerate when he has to, because as soon as that gap opens, he explodes that hole really fast. And I hate to be the guy who's, standing between him and that hole right there because you're getting laid out.
You can run over.
Yeah. Another thing too, like just the fact of him like just being so damn tall, and at times they actually lined him up as a wide receiver. And to me, that is crazy. And he's playing with Devontae and what's his name, Waddle. And he played with all these players too, and they still like they used them in the passing game like that, and that that's just like another strength to him. Like he was supposed to come out last year, but he opted back in, and it definitely helped him out because now now he's the top running back in this class. And like first rounders, they get paid more. And let's talk the truth, like they get paid more than somebody who's drafted in the second or third round. So if he came out last year, he's behind Swift and CH and
Taylor.
Dobbins, Taylor, all of them. Like
Yeah.
he's behind all of them. But I mean, good for him. Staying this year and just really producing at full at his
I,
full strength, man. Eh,
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think he doesn't have that many holes in his game, and I wanted to bring up something that you mentioned. If he would have came out last year, he would have been behind those guys, and those guys were big names, and they produced in his rookie season. They would have been he would have been right behind the Dobbins, the Taylors, the Swifts, the CEHs, and he's the opposite of Travis Etienne. You know,
yeah,
he came back and improved his stock.
yeah.
Etienne came back and his stock fell.
Well, I mean, ETN, I guess he wanted to showcase his pass catching abilities, but still, like when I see Harris, when I see ETN, like ETN, he just, I don't know, like he, correct me if I'm wrong, but he just doesn't move side to side. He's a home run, and that's something ETN has over Harris. ETN is gonna give you that home run play. He's gonna explode like that with one play, but Harris is not gonna give you that, but he's gonna do it, yards by 5 yards here, 10 yards here, or whatever, and he keep the drive going. And that's something like what I like about Harris over ETN is just he doesn't have the explosive play, but he's gonna keep drives alive, and he's hard to bring down. I mean, like I don't want to comp him. I haven't gotten to my comp yet, but I don't want to comp him to Derrick Henry, but he's just built like that, but he's nothing like that at all.
Well, who do you have him comp to? Who's your comp?
Well, I did mention Marshawn Lynch, but he's more like I heard this comp too, so it's not mine, but I do like it. It's Steven Jackson from the St. Louis Rams. You
Mm,
remember the St. Louis
um,
Rams, which I like.
yeah,
I actually like Steven Jackson's comp.
that is a good comp. I think he's a blend. He's a blend of the Bama boys, man. He's a blend of what they have brought out in the last few years. That Mark Ingram, Derrick Henry,
Yeah, Mark
but at the
Ingram was
same
another
time could
one.
be elusive. Yeah, it came out of that class.
Hmm.
Obviously a while ago now. And then Josh Jacobs. And to be fair, you said Alvin Kamara ish. Alvin Kamara used to be a Bama boy too.
I know, right? It's crazy, but pretty much like this is like after all those years that we've seen, like this is the final product that Saban has come up with, and it's looking like if I had to rank him with the 2020 class, uh Swift,
It's tough.
Swift, Taylor, and then we can argue Harris right there. Maybe Dobbins, CH. We'll see if he
Yeah.
takes a step up, but if we have to compare that, and then especially with the landing spot, I have him right now landing at 24 to Pittsburgh, which is like a premier landing spot, like for any running back. But I mean,
Mhm.
Pittsburgh, if Big Ben comes back, they're gonna need one of the things that really failed for Pittsburgh was the fact that they just stopped running the ball because they couldn't. Man, James Conner just injured or just couldn't run the ball, and Snell and who is it, McFarland or
McFarland.
yeah, they
McFarland, yeah.
couldn't just run the ball, and it's gonna be tough because I don't think there's a running back going in the first round, but if there is, it's gonna be this kid, and it's gonna be right there, like Pittsburgh, or you got another landing spot, maybe Buffalo at 30.
Steelers. Steelers are the number one. Love to see him also reunited with Tua, give him some running support.
Miami,
I think the Steelers obviously would. Yeah,
or you kind of cut off right there. But yeah, Miami has they have another pick. It's the 18th pick, so that would be a good landing spot too.
I think we were lagging a little bit.
Was I? Well, the listeners heard us. I said
Both of us.
Miami Dolphin. They have the 18th pick, so if they want to use it on that, they can swap the third pick for for other picks later on. They have a lot of picks to work with, so I mean Miami is another good landing spot for them, for him.
Yeah, he was out there working out with the Miami coaching staff and during the Senior Bowl. So I don't know. I don't know. Bring him home to Tua.
Yeah.
Get him reunited. Maybe they go. Maybe they even get Devonta Smith at the 3 pick. They got them band boys. They're familiar
Yeah,
with
I
one
mean, it could
another.
happen. It could happen in this year too. Like Alabama, they lost Tua and they worked with Mac Jones. Mac Jones did okay. Haven't really
Mhm.
gotten into the quarterback, but he did okay. I mean, Smith had his Heisman year, but they still relied on Harris for majority of the year. He had
Yeah,
and all-purpose yards, 1,900 yards and 30 touchdowns. Like that's just ridiculous for a player.
it's remarkable.
Yeah.
So where do you see him going in a rookie draft?
If we're talking about one quarterback, of course, either one or two. You you either have to like one of these wide receivers more, because I don't think ETN goes over Harris. Maybe they are. I mean, of
Mhm.
course, there are some ETN truthers out there, so I wouldn't be
Mhm.
surprised at that. But the only other way is if you like Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith over Harris. But it's gonna be one or two. But in
Yeah,
Superflex, the highest he's gonna go is two, because after Trevor Lawrence, and then after that, I mean, you're getting Fields or Wilson or Jones or whoever at quarterback, and then
Mhm.
I mean, this is a running back, so like the running backs, they're more valuable because there's not that much of them. So I could see him go as two, but as low as five, because I mean it is super flex, so it's wise for you to take the quarterback unless you got you're healthy. I mean, you had like Dak Prescott injured and freaking Andrew Luck coming from retirement somewhere.
You're like, then you'll be set. Yeah, you'll be
Yeah.
set. No, definitely. I agree with you there. I think the earliest you'll get him is two. I think the latest you'll get him is five. In that range is really going to be a murky, just because you get Justin Fields, Kyle Pitts, Chase, Najee Harris. You pick your poison. You know what I mean? What is your team? You go with the most valuable player, Najee Harris at two. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. You have anything else to add to anything I didn't touch on?
No, you covered it. You covered a lot of the things. I think the only thing, his only weakness, I mean, to me, it just, how much of that Alabama, surrounding talent did it really factor into his style? Like not seeing so many stacked boxes, because you'd have to worry about Waddle, Smith, and then the year prior with Ruggs, Judy, and Tua throwing the ball. So, but I mean, I'm not trying to take anything away from him. I think he's a great player. You get that, you have the 101 and a one QB. You draft and you don't look back. I don't even think landing spot dependent really matters with this guy. So you just go and get him, and you thank him for his your fantasy championship.
For reals. But even that, just his ability to make plays, like even after contact, just keeps driving the football, and he's driving for positive yards. So yeah, he did have they had the
It's
talent, but
crazy.
still, like the defenders, they couldn't even take him down. And then like we've mentioned, he plays in SEC. So
Most talent.
yeah,
So that this concludes another episode of the draft profile. Najee Harris, go check him out. Go check out the film. Go draft him at the 101 and be happy.
don't think about it. Don't think about it. Just click that select button. That's it.
Don't look back.
All right, man. Deuces.